Welcome to Game of Thrones Season 4. It begins with Ned Stark's big sword. It's being melted down to 2 by Big Bad Daddy Tywin Lannister. He gives 1 to Jaime, whose hand was cut off last season, so he's not very good with swords at the moment. He gets a gold hand put on and is getting Tyrion's man Bronn to teach him to fight left-handed, but he sucks. He's also trying to bang his sister Cersei again, but she's not having it. Now Tyrion Lannister is meeting the Dornish prince, Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper, come to town, brought his wife straight to the brothel because they're into group sex. He's also bisexual. Now his sister Elia Martell is married to the old Targaryen prince during Fat King Rob's rebellion, and the Lannister soldiers brutally murdered her, so he hates all Lannisters. Now Tyrion's whore girlfriend Shay, long story short, they have like a fight, and Tyrion is married to Sansa Stark, which is just hilarious. Now this guy comes, it's like, remember me from season 2? Joffrey tried to drown me in the wine, but you saved me, so now I'm a jester, and here's a necklace for you. Brienne of Tarth and Jaime were supposed to deliver Sansa Stark to her mom, but of course Catelyn Stark's dead, so what you gonna do? Jon Snow in the Night's Watch. Here's Mance Rayder came beyond the wall, coming down with a huge army of wildlings, and south of the wall some more, including his hot redhead girlfriend Ygritte, and this new scary guy who is a cannibal. The Boltons are elsewhere in the north. This is Roose Bolton. He was one of Robb's lords who stabbed him at the Red Wedding. That's his fat new wife, who's one of Walder Frey's ugly daughters. And this is bastard Ramsay Snow, the guy who's been torturing Theon. He calls him Reek now, and Theon is just a shell of a human being at this point. He's like, look, when Theon burned Bran and Rickon Stark in season 2, it wasn't really them, so we have to find him and kill him, so they send the guy who cut off Jaime's hand to do that. Now Bran is just wandering the north with his friends. He's touching trees, tripping out, three-eyed raven, whatever. Arya and the Hound. This pair is amazing. They stop at an inn and see Needle, her sword. So it's awesome scene. It's like, give me the chickens. What? Okay, he kills everyone, and then Arya gets her sword back, and she's like, hey bro, remember when you killed my friend in season 2? Well, I'm gonna quote that back to you and stab you in the neck. Oh, cold-blooded. Daenerys Targaryen. Dragon's huge. A little bit unruly, though. This is Daario Naharis, her sellsword captain. It looked like this before. He's been recast. Now he looks like this. He's like, yo, girl, I got you flowers. She's like, yum. But Jorah doesn't like this because he loves her, and the city they're going to is crucifying these slave kids, so that's bad. Now, Joffrey, king of douches, being married to Marjorie Tyrell, loves to wear low neckline dresses. They get married, and they have a War of the Five Kings reenactment that's in really poor taste with midgets, and it's tormenting him. Give me my wine. Oh, I'm choking. What? Joffrey's choking? No, he's dead. Yes, finally. Joffrey's dead. That's a purple wedding. Tyrion looks super guilty, though, so they arrest him. This guy's like, Sansa, come with me to Littlefinger on a boat. What happened, Littlefinger? You killed Joffrey? Yes, I was working with Grandma Tyrell. We put the poison on your necklace and the wine because they didn't want Marjorie marrying Joffrey because he's the worst. His brother Tommen, though, is not the worst. He's an okay kid, so he's going to be fine. These two are sad. Their son's dead. It's like, let's hook up. No, let's not. Yes, we should. And they have like sort of rapey incest sex in church in front of the dead body of their son. Marjorie goes to visit Tommen, and it's like, hey, I'm going to pet your cat. Are we going to be really good friends? Yes, we are. Do we kiss yet? No, you're still too young for that. Whatever. Daenerys gets to Meereen. They send out the champion. He takes a piss, so it's like, someone killed this guy. Daario's like, yo, girl, I got you. Boom. Bam. Daario the man. Sploosh. She's like, yo, slaves, I'm here to free you. So she sends in Grey Worm, her captain, to incite a slave rebellion, and they take the city without a fight. So that's cool. Barristan the Bold's like, yo, maybe show some mercy. She's like, nah, no mercy. Crucify all the masters. Oh, so she's got a castle. That's pretty sweet. Fat Sam at the wall with his girlfriend Jilly sends her to a random nearby village. At a different nearby village, attacked by marauding wildlings. It's because, like, I'm gonna eat your parents till the Night's Watch. They're just trying to draw us out. We gotta defend them all. What about the Uniers at Craster's Keep from last season? We gotta kill them. They're just drinking out of skulls and having sex with all of Craster's daughter wives. It's Carl the Fucking Legend here. It's like, hey, we got a baby. You gotta put it out in the snow like Craster used to do. It's picked up by a White Walker, and it brings him to Ice Village with albino Darth Maul, who turns him into one. Crazy. Bolton's man fake joins the Night's Watch so he can find Bran, who is captured by the mutineers at Craster's Keep. Jojen's like, don't worry, we don't die here. I die later by fire. The Night's Watch arrives. This guy's gonna take you, so Bran wargs into Hodor and breaks free. Hodor used neck break. Oh, what? Hodor's like, I don't understand what I do. Bran sees Jon, but they don't want to talk to him because he'll take him home, so they leave to go find the three-eyed raven. Carl the Fucking Legend fights Jon Snow, and it's like, oh, sword through mouth, nuts. And Ghost, his direwolf. There you are, buddy. They burn down Craster's Keep, and speaking of fire, Stannis the Baratheon. Here he is, his red woman Melisandre. They're burning heretics. Stannis' wife loves it. They get news that Joffrey's dead, and it's like, yo, bro, remember when I leached the king's blood out of that bastard and put the names in the fire to kill all the kings? You sent him away, but that worked. I could really use some king's blood. But Davos is like, no, I have another plan. Bravos, we'll go get a loan from the Iron Bank. Remember, the crown is deeply in debt to the Iron Bank, so it's like, talk to the hand, Stannis the man, show me the money. So they go see his pirate. It's like, yo, bro, you're back on the payroll, and there we go. Stannis' daughter, Shireen, she's nice. She's got the scarred face. She doesn't like burning people, and so her mom's like, yo, we should leave her here when we go. But it's like, no, the Lord of Light has a use for her. We gotta bring her. Ominous. Now, Arya's saying all the names of people she wants to kill, which hilariously includes the Hound, and they guys have some awesome adventures together that I can't really get into, but it's like, you know, she kills more people. Cool. Daenerys got the city. Dario's like, yo, girl, I got you ships. It's like enough ships to get to Westeros. Millions of viewers say, yes, please, Westeros. But Jorah's like, no, every city that you leave, they start slaving as soon as you disappear. So she's like, you know what, I'm gonna stay. And everyone's like, why? And so she has hilariously long titles while she's holding court, and like a dragon ate this guy's goat, and it's like, okay, I'll pay you like $5 for a goat. This guy is the son of one of the old masters, and it's like, yo, you crucified my dad. Yeah, he deserved it. No, actually, he was trying to not crucify the slave girl, so oops. Jaime's new magic sword gives it to Brienne of Tarth. It's like, hey, go find Sansa, try to keep our oath. Sends Podrick Payne with her. That's Tyrion's loyal squire, because, you know, Tyrion doesn't need him in jail. And so those two are going to find Sansa. Now it's Tyrion's trial time, and everyone who's ever been on the show is like, Tyrion is definitely guilty. So that's too bad. And Shay comes too, and like lies. He's like, yeah, he's definitely guilty, and he also did like terrible things to me in bed. So Tyrion's super pissed, and he's like, I demand trial by combat. Awesome. Littlefinger and Sansa make it to the Eyrie, where her aunt is not breastfeeding, thankfully. The kid's still awful, she's loved him, and she spills the beans about how her old husband Jon Arryn was the hand of the king. She sent the letter that the Lannisters poisoned him. She poisoned him, Littlefinger told her to, and to blame it on the Lannisters. What, Littlefinger? Anyway, they get married, have super loud sex, and then she's like, you're safe now, Sansa, unless you take Peter from me, I love him. And it's like, oh man, how'd I get into this? She's building a snow castle, kid comes, is a dick, slaps him. Then Peter's like, hey, you could be my daughter in an alternate universe, and that's when I'm gonna kiss you. It's like, oh, I saw you kissing Peter. It's like, no, girl, I've only loved one woman my whole life. Your sister! What? Oh, out the moon door! Craziness! Arya and the Hound get there just in time to find out that their whole journey's been pointless. Awesome. Now, Brienne and Pod go to an inn, they find Hot Pie, Arya's friend, who's like, gravy, gotta give up on the gravy. Anyway, he's like, I'll give her this cookie to Arya if you find her, she's with the Hound. It's better than the one I cooked her last time. Theon's sister's coming to save him, but she gets there and it's just, he's beyond saving. Then Ramsay Snow shows up shirtless and like, has this awesome fight, so she's like, you know what, forget Theon, I'm going home. Now he's like, good boy, Reek, I have a job for you. I'm going to dress you up as Theon, send you to this castle nearby that the Iron Men hold, and you're going to tell them to surrender, but remember, you're not really Theon, you're still Reek. So he goes and is like, yeah, surrender. Oh, I flayed them all, so sorry. Good boy, Reek. Daenerys is in her pyramid, she goes home one night. Dario, yo girl, climbed in the window. It's like, you know what, just have sex with me. So he gets naked, and then they have sex. In the morning, Jorah, oh, sorry bro, I banged her. And he's like, I don't like the guy. She's like, yeah, I'm sending him to one of the other cities I took to capture it back. Now her Captain Grey Worm is having the thing with her translator chick. It's like, I thought he was, a eunuch. And it's like, I am. And it's like, well, that's too bad then, you don't have a dick. Tyrion is like, Jaime, fight for me? No, I don't have a hand. Who's Cersei getting? The Mountain, Gregor Clegane. That's the Hound's brother. We saw him last in like season 1. He was a different actor, and he is a monster and just apparently allowed to murder peasants for fun. Now, Bronn can't fight for him either because Cersei's offered him a marriage that'll get him a castle if he doesn't fight, but he's like, look, I like you, bro, so good luck. Oberyn comes, and he's like, the Mountain is exactly the guy who killed my sister. I will be your champion. Yes, Oberyn Martell. So, they tell a beetle story, and then it's time to fight. The Mountain is huge, but Oberyn's all like, whoa, spear, awesome. I'm gonna make you confess. So he goes on Inigo Montoya. You raped her, you murdered her, you killed her children. Oh, got him down, and slam, boom. Oh, got him. And he's like, confess, tell Tywin gave you the order to kill her. But then, off the ground, what? Yes, I kill her, like this. Oh, it is really brutal. That's nasty. And now Tyrion, is sentenced to death. In the north, Jilly's there, attacked by wildlings. Ygritte decides to let her live because, she's nice. And she gets back, and Sam mans up and kisses her. Yay, Sam. But it's time for the battle. So they're coming down. Giants on mammoths. Nuts. Attacking from the south. This guy was in command. He was a city watch. The Tyrion sent him to the wall in season 2. And so he hides like a bitch. So Jon Snow's in command. And he's like, yeah, fight him off. The giant, shoots the bow. Some awesome stuff happens like that. And then a cool shot. And then Jon fights the cannibal leader. And it's like, oh, hammer to the head. And then Ygritte. Oh, she pauses. She's like, oh, no, I'm shot. What? Yeah, no scope. Bri got your back. And it's like, oh, Ygritte. And she's like, you know nothing, Jon Snow. And then she dies in his arms. So sad. The rest of the battle goes fine. They unleash the scythe, which is pretty sweet. And they won for the night. They captured the funny redhead wildling. And it's like, no, man still has too many men, so I gotta go and see with him. I'm gonna maybe assassinate him, but instead they just drink. And then knights show up. Who is it? Stannis the Manus. What's he doing here? At the end of last season, they got the note that the Night's Watch needed help. So Manus is like, you know what, forget it. I surrender. Brienne and Pod find Arya and the Hound. And even though they really should get along to protect Arya, they end up fighting. And it degenerates pretty quickly to brutality. And then, punch off the mountain. Oh, so Arya finds him. The Hound is dying. He's like, just put me out of my misery. But she just stares at him. He's like, do it now, kill me. And after the second time I've quoted Arnold as the Hound, she leaves him to die. Bran is wandering, finds a magic tree guarded by CGI skeletons. So he wargs Hodor and starts skeleton bashing. And then Jojen gets all stabby. Sorry. Fireball? What is that? It's a kid elf chick throwing fireballs? This is nuts. Jojen, there's his fire. They make it into the cave. And they find the three-eyed raven, who is Tree Gandalf. And I guess he's going to teach Bran magic. Sweet. Now, at the Vale, they're like, so you're saying it was a suicide? And Sansa covers for him. She's like, yeah, it was. I guess we're just in this together, Littlefinger. And so he's like, yo, little lord, we're going to take you on a tour. And Sansa changed into a sexy black dress. All right. Now, he's like, yo, Dad, got your thing. So it's like Lion King, everything he touches, we own the North now. I legitimize you, not a bastard, and we're going to live in Winterfell. Now the king's small council is finally taking Daenerys seriously, so they send a letter to Barristan saying how Jorah used to spy for them, and he's like, Khaleesi, and she's like, nah, you banished. So he's out of there. She has court. Those aren't goat bones. Oh, yeah, dragons are eating kids now, so she has to lock them up. Can't find the black one, though, and she's, crying as she goes into the darkness. Now, Ygritte is being burned. Jon Snow's so sad. Stannis is at the wall, so that's interesting, and Jon Snow has a hot new redhead to hang out with. The Mountain was poisoned. Oberyn poisoned his spear, and so he's dying, but this guy's like, I can save him with sketchy things they revoked my medical license for, and Cersei's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Now, Tyrion is saved by Jaime. I'm breaking you out of here, bro. Just go right up these stairs. But first, Tyrion's like, I'm going to my dad's room, and he finds Shay in Tywin's bed. The hypocrisy, Tywin. I'm going to kill her. He's so sad, and then he finds his dad on the toilet, and boom, shoots him. Big Bad Daddy, Tywin Lannister, dead. Tyrion, out. Varys is like, oh man, what'd you do? I'll put you in the box, put you on the boat. You know what, King's Landing? I think I'm out of here. So he's going with Tyrion, and Arya finds a boat too. Hey, we're going to Bravos. Bravos, I got the quest item for that. Master Assassin Jack and Agar gave me this coin in Season 2, and password Valar Morghulis. And it's like, oh yeah, come on by. So she's going on an adventure, and that's how Season 4 comes to an end.